This, ladies and gentlemen, is the top-of-the-line luxury yacht in Star Citizens, the 890 Jump. And today I'm gonna give you the full tour. Today's video is brought to you by GameGlass. GameGlass allows you to take control of your ship from a tablet or phone. All the key bindings are neatly divided into well-designed shards, meaning you always have easy access to the exact features you need, regardless of what you're doing. On top of that, GameGlass also works with Elite Dangerous, so extend your cockpit and get the full immersive experience. Follow the link in the video description and try GameGlass for free. If you like it and want more shards and features, you can either buy them individually or subscribe to GlassPass. Use offer code DTEA and get 5% off your first purchase. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Star Citizen with Down to Earth Astronomy. The 890 Jump, one of the biggest, most luxurious ships you can get your hands on in Star Citizen. I've been lucky enough to get a tour around the ship, and today I'm going to take you with me. I started out in New Babbage, and I figured it would be more appropriate to arrive in style, so I rented a 300i and I headed out. Arriving at the rendezvous, I landed and headed on inside to the forward hangar, which will just exactly take a 300i. But we're actually not going to start at the forward hangar, we're going to start here all the way to the rear of the ship. Behind me is a crew elevator, or not correct crew, it's more of a guest elevator. This is all the way at the back of the ship where you can enter from this elevator, and this is the most, I think, natural entrance point from the ship. If you're landed, you can use this elevator to get up from the ground into this little intersection here. On either side, down these, you can see it says docking here above the ports, and if we open these up, in fact, here we do have a docking port here, where if it's docked, of course, this will open out into space. And I believe these are for spacesuits that you could store here. There is enough for 6 spacesuits. To the other side, of course, it's just mirrored, so if you're docking, you can dock on either side of the ship. But regardless where you're docking from, you will be arriving at this little intersection. Moving forward into the ship, again, just take a note of the flooring here. That looks amazing. But moving forward, we get into this little lobby kind of waiting area. So if you are a guest and you have arrived, first of all, you get a beautiful view through this massive top. And you could have someone waiting to receive you here, or if you have to sit and wait a little longer, there is a small seating area here. We're going to move forward in a bit, but I just want to show you the cabins, because we actually have the first 2 guest cabins. We have one over here, and we have one over here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to enter this little guest cabin. They're quite spacious, and this is just one. I think there's 4 guest cabins in total. I'm going to show you where they are. I'm not going to go into all of them since they are identical. But the guest cabin, of course, comes with a double bed. This big light screen behind you, that I guess could be turned off and off. Nice aquarium. No fish yet, but I guess at some point you should be able to put fish in here. That would be a very, very nice view to wake up for. Small computer, relaxing area, and if we go over here, of course, we have the Ensuite, where there is, of course, the cabin is designed for 2 people, so we have basically clothes hangers here where you can hang your clothes, towels, slippers, sink, mirror, we are all still vampires, no reflections, and toilet. And then I love these. This is both a rainfall shower, as you can see up here. You also have a more normal shower right here. But you also have these small water jets around the side. You can rest your head on this. And I would assume that you would be able to like put some kind of glass panel here, because otherwise the water levels in here is going to be quite low, I would guess. But nice little actual bathroom, since they have an actual bathtub. Very well located for, at least in terms of the Ensuite. So let's close that. Let's close this. The cabin over here on the other side is exactly the same, only it's mirrored. Here you can see this wall being turned off. This is what it looks like when it's not on. And this is, again, exactly the same, only it is mirrored with, again, the Ensuite out here. So back out this little lobby area. We can move around the lobby area. We can come around here towards the back of it. And here, if you open up this door here, we can see we get out to the escape pods. There are another escape pod over there on the other side. And alongside of it, here we have a small ladder down to engineering. So this is a crew passage to get up here easily. And here again we can see a lift. This is only meant for the crew, but I'll show you where this lift goes in a second. But again, here we have escape pods. And you can see here we have seating for 8 people in the escape pod. So this one escape pod should be able to take all the guests, again with 4 rooms, probably 2 in each. All guests should be here. If we go over to the other side, we have a similar one, of course, with also seating for 8. It's designed to have 7 crew members on board. And then, of course, the owner. Problem is, if the owner also has a spouse, then you're actually 1 short in terms of seating. But there are more escape pods in other places of the ship, more designed for the crew, so you don't actually have to take the crew with you here. They have separate escape pods elsewhere in the ship. Remember to close the door behind us. Moving forward, we get into the spa area. Yes, there is a spa area on board this ship. Coming in here first, we have, I guess, seating. We have the 2 saunas. One in here, with some small changing areas here. As well as here, there's another sauna. And again, if we move forward, there's a small shower so you can drench yourself before you head into the sauna, or after, depending on your liking. Going to the other side of this hallway, we find the hot tub with this beautiful waterfall in the background. I love this area. Looks really good. And look at the bottom there with some coral, not coral, but like I guess it's kind of like an aquarium, but underwater. So I guess there's a glass floor on the bottom, so you don't actually have to sit with your feet down there. But at least it's a very, very nice view. You can sit here and you can really just relax. But there's a lot more. Moving forward, we get to 2 elevators, actually, one on either side. Now, you can see here, this one goes to the spa area where we're at now. Going down, it goes down to the kitchen, the crew kitchen. And up, it goes to the foyer, the bar, the lounge, and the dining area. This is a crew elevator. The right side elevator here is for crew. As I said, it goes down to the kitchen. That means if anybody here in the spa area, if you need to serve them drinks, food, anything, the crew can take this elevator up directly from the kitchen all the way up here without entering any guest area. That's the whole point here, is that crew routing and guest routing is completely separate on the ship. We're going to follow the guest routing here in the start, and we're going to take the crew route around the ship afterwards. But that means that crew and guests are never going to walk the same path unless it's absolutely necessary. So that's a really, really nice feature, really well designed. It's exactly the same way you design luxury yachts today in real life, so I think it's a really, really nice feature. The other elevator here, of course, is for guests. It also goes up to the dining area. It also goes into, of course, the spa pool area we're at now, and it goes down to the hangars, which we're also going to look at a little bit later. Moving forward even further, we have some changing areas where you can go in here, get a little bit of privacy when you change. Same thing over here. And then we get into the main pool. Just look at that. That is absolutely wonderful. Sun decks. I don't know if you can actually open this up. It looks like the roof could be opened. That would be really nice, sitting under the starlight in a pool like this. So let's walk back out of the spa area here behind us. Past the... oh, forgot that door. There we go. Past the escape pods. What's actually in here? Okay, nothing. And we're back out to the little lobby area here with the 2 guest rooms. We're gonna make our way up the stairs, just 1 level here. We get to this little art installation, and going into this area here, we get into the next 2 guest cabins. So this door here leads us into a guest cabin, exactly as we've seen before, of course with its own ensuite. Same over there, just another cabin mirrored. Here we have the guest elevator coming up here. So if you're a guest, you will be arriving here. The crew elevator, as you can see, is on the other side of this wall, which will make sense in a second. Further up this hallway, we have day heads. So we're about to head into the bar area. So if anybody from the bar needs a toilet, which people might, there are 4 of them here. And again, moving even further forward, we get into this actually pretty big and pretty good looking bar. Lots and lots of seating. Very big bar here at the center. And you can see here, again, if we move inside the bar, lots of, obviously what you would expect to find here. Glasses, bottles of booze, all kinds of good stuff. I actually counted there's seating for over 60 people in here. That's just seating for sitting down. So you could have some absolutely massive parties in this place. And nobody can complain about the view with a view like this. Over here is actually the first little entrance to a crew area. This is the other elevators we talked about that goes up. The crew elevator from the spa comes up here or goes down to the kitchen. And there's a small little prep area here. There's some glasses, plates, bottles of champagne, a computer here, so I guess you could type in orders, or so it could get sent down to the kitchen or see who has been ordering what. And then as a crew member, you'll be let out right here, and you can go, you can deliver whatever you're delivering, and then go back in here, and you can head back down to the kitchen or wherever you're going. But we can head forward even further. If we go through this door here, we come to this little dining area. 5 tables, so plenty of dining with tables for 2. Lots of glasses, more plates, and again, a really nice view. Moving even further forward, we get to the large dining table. How many people can actually sit here? 4 on each side, one of each end. So that's 10 people. You can have seated up here for larger group of people. Nice little detail here. Look at this screen. It's transparent from this side, and it's opaque from this side. I would assume that you would be able to make it opaque from the other side as well. So if you were sitting in here, you want some privacy, you have the option to close that off. Of course, people in here can't look into your party, but you can look out to them if you want to. But then again, let's just take a moment here to enjoy the view. There's some shiny on the glass, but just look at that. Okay, we're gonna head back out of the restaurant, back into the bar, out of the bar, and back out here to this little art installation. And we're gonna take the stairs and we're gonna continue up to the top floor here. Again, beautiful with the view through this massive window at the top, along the side. Really nice area to sit, relax, maybe with a drink, something like that. Would be really amazing. And you have that mirror on the other side. Moving forward here, it's gonna be a little noisy. We get into the bridge. This is the main bridge. You have a plotting area here, the captain's seat, or pilot, or whatever, and 2 extra crew members up here for other sections of the ship. And again, a very good view out here over the top of the ship. That right out there, that's actually the landing pad for the forward hangar. We're going to see that in a second. So if you're sitting here and you're flying the ship, you have a really good view of anyone landing or leaving the ship. These doors here are not actually doors. I think these are storage. I'm not really sure what they are. They have like small trays that come out. It's similar to the other side. First I thought it was like an elevator down to the kitchen so they could send food, because this is the only crew area that is not connected with the rest of the crew routing, so you have to go through guest areas in order to get to this. So I thought maybe it was for sending food up to the crew up here, but again, why would you then need one in either side? I don't really get that. So I thought maybe it might be storage, but it's quite an ineffective use of storage space. If you can guess what it is, do let me know. But we're gonna come back out of the bridge here, and over here on the other side, that's where the bridge were. We are gonna find the master cabin. First, you have this little, almost like another little lobby. If you're here to talk to the owner, taking down again, same flooring that goes all the way through the ship. You get a beautiful view over the rear of the ship. We are right above the elevator where we started. We then have doors here on either side. I think we're going to start with this one. This takes you into a small office. So if you have guests and you need to talk business with them, you can do that here. There are drinks, so you can serve drinks for people. I love this. You have a little model of the ship. So you can see this is where the bridge is at. And right now that is the window we looked out of from just before. And the elevator is just down below us. Here we have all the engines. So that's where we're at right now. But nice little business area. Lots of shelving for books, I guess. And if we move forward here, you move into the main part of the cabin. That's actually the cabin where the owner would be sleeping. Lots of place for storing clothes here. Another ensuite, similar to the one, actually identical to the one that we see in the guest cabins. A nice bed, big TV. A little weird design thing here. You can see the windows here, so you can look out through that window. That is the area where people were coming down if they were entering. That means if you're lying in here, you are a little exposed if people enter to your office. But I guess this whole area is designed for the owner only, so there probably wouldn't be that much traffic in there. But yeah, going out to the other side here, we get to a small kitchen. So this actually allows the owner to not necessarily have to go up to the restaurant to eat. Food can be prepped right here. There's tables for 4. And again, an absolutely beautiful view out over the rear of the ship. And this door again leads us back out to this little lobby area. Again, beautiful up there on the top. Now what we're going to do next is we're just going to quickly run around here, and we're gonna go back to the spa area. Actually, no, we can do it from here. Right in here, we're gonna take the guest elevator, call that, and we're gonna go down to the hangar area. I'm gonna talk about those areas as well. So here we are down at the hangar level. I think we will start with. Let's actually start with the forward hangar. So coming out of the elevator, we can go through this little hallway. This hallway takes us past a small med bay with quarantine options. So if anybody gets sick, you can quarantine them in here. There are medical equipment, so if someone feels sick during the trip, and if the guest's owner, or crew for that matter, you can get them in here. Back out into the hallway, we get to this little, again, lobby area, waiting area. See here, waiting lounge. So this is because if you come in through, we're just going to quickly head through this airlock here. Here we go. If you arrive with ship, like I did, you can see I have my 300i that I rented for today's little trip, parked nicely in here in the hangar. And you've arrived, you will then go through this airlock, because of course this area can't be vented. And you will go into the waiting area until someone can receive you and show you to wherever you're going. And of course this whole elevator here, we could take that, we could send that up, so we could go up to the surface and send the ship. No airlock here, so that means when opening we are going to vent this area, or it's going to be depressurized before we open. So let's not do that now. All the way here, the nose of the ship, what we call that. This is an elevator going up to the forward turret, because this ship actually has defenses in case bad things happen. Then we do have defense options, and that goes to the forward turret. Back here again, they doubled up the hangar as a basketball court, which I really like. And here we have another turret that you can enter from here if you want to, or if you have to defend the ship. I'm just going to make it back through the airlock into this little waiting lounge where you would then be received. Past the med bay, back out to the elevator. And then here we have gun racks, of all things. Again, if the ships need to be defended, then this would be where you would be coming to pick up guns. Continuing towards the rear of the ship, here we get to the rear cargo bay that also doubles. This is an elevator, we're going to come to that in a second. That also doubles as a vehicle hangar. I'm just going to show you here. If I go to this one and I send this down, this whole floor panel will lower down. This is where you will be receiving cargo. That will be any food supplies you need. Nice little feature here. It goes down halfway and closes, so it kind of works like an airlock. I like these windows they put in, so that you can see from the actual hangar what is coming up. And now this is down. Of course, we are in space, so I just went into EVA mode because the artificial gravity got disabled. But if we were underground, we would be able to send a vehicle up here. This, of course, could either be an entrance point for guests. As you can see, you can go straight from this area into the guest areas that we've been exploring so far. But this might as well be an entrance for crew members who are arriving or cargo. Taking the elevator back up into the storage or the cargo bay. Gravity generator, I think. Maybe, perhaps. Shield generators over here. Generally just engineering areas here. And here on either side, all the way towards the back here, we have engine rooms. It's very noisy in here, but I just wanted to show you the engines because they are beautiful. Just look at that. This takes us to an elevator. These were the elevators. First of all, we saw them. We can take it up one floor. We're now in the engineering. We saw them up at the crew deck, and we also saw them up at the escape rafts all the way at the beginning of the tour. But let's take this one up to this area here, which is just up here. Now this is mirrored. This engine room is mirrored over on the other side, and we can come up from that elevator. So if you're arriving as a passenger or as a guest, you would go up these stairs and you would go in here, and you are now in the guest domain. If you're a crew, however, we can see also there was this ladder we saw earlier that leads down here. But if you are crew, you will be entering here. Now this takes you into this little area here. And it says here, caution, emergency use only. Because here we have escape pods for the 7 crew members. 4 on this side, 3 on that side. Actually, I'm wrong. There's 8 escape pods. Okay. So there is 8 escape pods, 1 extra. And all the crew members can then get out of the ship in an emergency from here. So we don't have to use the same escape pods as the guests. And this is very neatly placed right next to the battle bridge. Yes, there's a battle bridge. So just as from the main bridge we saw before, the ship can be fully controlled from in here. And you can fly the ship around. Obviously you don't have any view out. But the whole point is you're pretty much at the center mass of the ship. You don't accidentally have a shot coming through those big windscreens up at the top bridge. So in the case of if things goes really, really wrong, you can control the ship here from the battle bridge. And then of course you have easy access to the escape pods if needed. Here we have the kitchen, but we're going to come into that from another angle, I guess. Hold on. Yeah, because I just want to show you this in a more, I think it's a more natural way to show it. We're back in the forward hangar where we started. That was the route back to through the guest areas. Similarly, if you come in here from this area and you are crew, you will be heading into this airlock here. Here you have EVA suits for the 7 crew members. You also have a small entertainment area for the crew. Pool table, arcade console thing, seating areas. Just a small entertainment area so the crew has something to do when they're not on duty. Continue moving forward. We get into the crew mess area. Here we have all the individual rooms. Let's just see there are 7 of these around here, as you can see. They're all identical. Here we have, looks like clothes storage, a bed, small TV. Nothing fancy. But I guess it will make do. Over here we have a shared toilet and a bath between the crew members. 3 of them in total. They can hang some clothes here also while they're changing. But they can then go in here and can close this up if they want to. And get a shower. There's a toilet and there's a mirror. Continuing here out to the crew area. Seating again for all 7 crew members. They can sit here, can have their dinner together. They get a TV so they can sit and watch a movie together when they're not on duty. And over here is the crew kitchen. This is just a small Small kitchens, kind of the same size like the one in the owner's cabin. But this is just for the crew members to make their own dinner if they want to or if they need to. Because the main kitchen is in here. We go, look at that. Food storage here, food storage there. Very, very well. I really like this. The stainless steel surfaces. I mean, you could easily have 2 or 3. I would say probably 3 would be stretching it, but at least 2 people working very efficiently in a kitchen like this. Oh, I forgot to close this. We have a freezer. Again, food storage. We have an elevator here directly from the kitchen, and that's the crew elevator that goes to the spa and up to the bar area as we saw before. And again, going forward, we come back out to this area here where we have the battle bridge in here. We have the escape pods, and then we come back out here to the cargo bay. And that is the 8090 Jump. Very, very well designed ship. I love the fact that they separated passenger and crew routing into separate areas so they can move around separately on the ship, and that the whole ship can be catered for with easy access for the crew to the kitchen, which is probably going to be one of the main areas where they're going to be pulling food and drinks from. And the fact that it has a very spacious hangar at the front as well as a big cargo area at the back, I think is just a added bonus. Overall, I think it's a really, really well designed ship, and I absolutely love it. I'm really glad that I got a chance to get a proper tour around this and get this on the channel so you guys can see it as well. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.